Commissioner's update, week 4. Fire Adam Gase. Again, starting with that because Adam Gase is a terrible, terrible coach. It was a rough week this week to be a Jets fan. Rough game to watch. Darnold wasn't great. He did throw 3 interceptions. Some of those were definitely the plays that were called were not conducive to them scoring. There was the one really bad interception where Darnold threw it right to the guy. But not all Sam Darnold's fault. He deserves some of the blame, but it's mostly Adam Gase. And to do that, I'm adding in a new feature because this is what Adam Gase makes me feel. So this is Screwball. It's very nice. It is bourbon, but it tastes like peanut butter. It's very good. So lest we, say that I am not doing this on camera for you folks, because, some of you are going to say that, oh, it's fake and he didn't do it and this and that. So here's to you, and let's fire Adam Gase. Oh, it's very good. Nice and smoky. Really nutty, really peanut butter. It's very good. Obviously, if you're allergic to peanut butter, don't fucking drink it. So, couple notes. Again, hashtag fire Adam Gase. I'm going to stay on that train. Womack, I don't understand. You dropped your kicker, and I don't get it. I thought we all agreed that you love, the kicker. You've had him every year, and you love him, and you cut him. I'm a little confused. I'm very confused. I hope you can explain that to me. Andre, I told you Jordan Reed wasn't going to be the answer. You know how I knew he wasn't going to be the answer? Because he always gets hurt. Head to the IR for his knee this time. I thought it was going to be a concussion, but it's his knee. So, all speedy recovery to him, even though he did go to a rival high school to me, and he did once truck me. It's actually a very funny story. Ran me the fuck over. I was a sophomore. He was a senior, and he just fucking absolutely destroyed me. I don't think it's on film anywhere, but I can try and ask around if somebody has that on film, if you guys want to see me get my ass kicked by Jordan Reed. Alex, I appreciate the name change, especially this is Wednesday. It's Wednesday afternoon. I really appreciate your name change now after the shit show of the debate that we saw last night, that you changed your name. Saw that you copied me. Good for you. Imitation is a serious form of flattery. And apparently you're doing that because you picked up Renfro, who I drafted very late in the draft, and I dropped. So I guess you're not, just copying my name. I guess you're copying my whole strategy here. So looking back at the week, Jarrell handed me my ass. Absolutely destroyed me. Gardner Minshew clearly was not the answer this week. The one week he has a bad week absolutely blew me out. And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered even if I had started Jared Goff. Still was not a good week for me. Pat had a very big day from Russell Wilson. And this week, Pat was able to start him because he wasn't playing the Patriots. So good on you, Pat. You beat Alex. I think Russell Wilson had something like 54 points. Really, really good. Andre, coming back to you. Daniel Jones, 11 points for the 3rd straight week in a row. He is not the answer. You need to change it up. You have one quarterback on your roster. I was shocked. I thought, oh, no, Andre's got to have another. You have one quarterback on your roster. Everybody else has 2. You have 1. Get another quarterback. Womack, obviously Mahomes came out big for you. It's he's going to be big. It helps that Andre started Daniel Jones, who's trash. Dak and Alex changing his name didn't help Alex at all. He lost to Jack. It was a closer game. Not nearly the blowout that I had. I got destroyed this week. But obviously Dak's big day didn't help, and the name change didn't help. So, Alex, you got to figure out, go down to the next thing down the line. Mo and Jenna's quarterbacks both did not have great weeks, which is odd because it was Lamar Jackson and I forget Jenna's quarterback. Well, neither of them had great weeks. What I will say is, Jenna, for the love of God, use the IR. Move Saquon to the IR or drop him. He's not coming back. But do something. It's going to drive me insane. It's going to drive Khan insane. And we're all going to lose our minds. Khan, speaking of you, you had a great week. But there was no way you were going to overcome Eckler and Kamara. Joey, had a good draft with the auto draft picking those two, or Joey may have drafted them himself. But yeah, there was no way. Kamara had 42 points. Austin Eckler had 26. They outscored my entire team, I think, if I remember correctly. So, there was no way you were going to overcome that. But, you did a pretty good job. So looking forward, okay, into week 4, my matchup with LA is looking pretty close. It's probably about 3 or 4 points to separate us. The real question is, Cam Newton, is he going to keep going big? Is he going to have big games? And then for me, the question is Jared Goff going to show up like Gardner Minshew didn't show up this week? The closest game of the week this week, it's 0.35 points between them. It's between Jack and Womack. And my real question now is Mahomes finally going to be the key to winning for Womack? He was helpful this week, but Andre started Daniel Jones, which, wasn't going to do him any good. But Andre keeps going with it. So we'll see. Will Mahomes be the answer this week? I don't know. I think he's going to be a big help, but I don't know. Jarrell and Joey are separated by about 5 points. But again, the real question is, are Eckler and Kamara going to be the big factors for Joey? Are they going to crush it? I think they're going to keep it up. My other league, I picked Eckler in like the 3rd round. He's obviously been very good, sitting behind Melvin Gordon, and now that he's on his own, doing very well. Daniel Jones and Cleveland's defense, Andre, I at this point, I don't know what you're doing here. Cleveland is projected to get less than a point this week, the defense. And, Daniel Jones is not going to be good. So I really don't know what you're doing this week, Andre, against Pat. I don't. I don't know why you're just rolling with Daniel Jones. I understand being a fan. I'm a homer for the Jets, but I'm not riding with Sam Darnold. I'm not riding with many Jets players. I'm not counting on Adam Gase at this point. Alex, you're probably going to pick up your first win against Jenna this week, so good for you. You're joining the win club and getting a win in the win column. But, Jenna, you really got to use the IR. I'm begging you. I'm going to text you. I already sent you last week's video. So I'm going to send you this week's video, and then I'm going to text you. And then I'm going to have Womack text you, because sometimes I know you don't like to answer me. You and Julie like, to play your little games. But, we'll see. Hopefully you get the message, because really, put Saquon on IR and pick up another running back. I know there's not many. Not a lot of good options left at running back, but pick somebody up. Somebody's going to be better than getting you no points for Saquon. So picks this week, honestly, it's a little bit rougher this week. I haven't really thought all that hard about who's going to win and who's going to lose. I got to take myself over LA. I think my team's pretty well situated, depending on how good Cam does. Jack and Womack's really tough. I think it's going to be a push, but I got to give the edge to Womack because I think Mahomes is going to have another big week, and that's going to really push her over the top with Jack, even though they're separated by less than half a point. I got to take Mo over Khan because I think that's going to be a tough matchup, and I think Khan without Christian McCaffrey is not. It's going to hurt Khan. It really is. So I'm going to take Mo in that one. Joey, I got to take Joey over Jarrell. Sorry, Jarrell. It's Eckler and Kamara. That's the show. If one of them gets hurt, then I think it'll change. But Joey's going to be very tough to beat going forward. You all know who I'm picking in Andre versus Pat. I don't even think I have to say it, but I'll say it just for Andre. I'm going to take Pat for 1,000 because he's not starting Daniel Jones and the Cleveland defense. And then you know what? I'm right now. Okay, it is about 4:30 on Wednesday afternoon. I'm going to take Alex right now. But if Jenna drops some people and moves some, does her roster changes and moves some stuff around, I do think Jenna has a shot. But she's got to make those changes. Because Alex's team is all right. I don't think it's set up optimally for success, but Jenna not moving Saquon and not optimizing her team is going to, lead to Alex winning and running away with it, which, I hope he gets his first win. I hope everybody gets a win. I hope only the top 4 can make the playoffs, and I hope I'm one of them, but I hope everyone has fun. I hope everyone wins. I hope you guys are finding these funny. I know Andre's not, because most of it is me, trashing Andre for rolling with Daniel Jones. Um, but I try. I'm trying to make it interesting. I know last week was a bit of a downer. This week I tried to make it not a downer, uh, even though I could talk about how much of a shit show last night was. But you know what? I'll leave it alone. Uh, Hannah told me I need to keep it shorter this week, so I'm just trying to make it fun and make it interesting. And I hope you guys enjoy these. Please give me some feedback, some comments. I know Joey and Alex replied on the first video. Womack said it was pretty good, but I just want you guys to have fun with this, okay? And I want it to be fun. I want to keep going. I want you guys to do the league next year, because like Womack said, this is the one thing she has to look forward to. COVID's killing people out here. It's terrible. I hope we get back to normal soon, but I don't know when that's going to be. But for now, I'll leave you with this. Everybody go out and vote. Make sure you're registered to vote. If you need help, go to vote.com or vote.org. I'm not sure which it is. But and make sure you can register to vote. Early voting is open in Virginia, so if you live in Virginia, go vote early. I'm not sure about anywhere else. LA, I know you're in California. Stay safe from the wildfires, because that's really going to be, a terrible thing for a lot of people. I know you're not near them, but just, I hope you're okay. I hope everyone else is okay. If you're going through a tough time or you want to talk, I'm here. I'm here every day. Let me know. I'm more than happy to talk. Andre, I'm more than happy to ridicule you repeatedly about Daniel Jones. But in all seriousness, if you guys need somebody to talk to, I'm here. So I'll leave you with this final thought. Fire Adam Gase. It needs to happen. And the best part is that on Reddit, they're coming up with all these Adam Gase memes. And I'm just going to start using them as thumbnails because it's hilarious. So I hope you guys will find these funny. The one last week was pretty funny. This one I think is going to be pretty good. I'm deciding between 2 or 3. So you'll see them over the next couple weeks. But yeah, so let's have a good week 4. Any comments or complaints, please forward them to me. Haven't been many trades going on. I know Pat offered me a trade, but frankly, I'm not giving up DK for what you were offering. But I'm always willing to listen to offers. So yeah, thanks guys, and let me know what's going on and what you want to do.